The feedback from the first Games of 2017 video was really positive. There were a number of games I didn't get to talk about, so I've decided to do a 10 more games of 2017 video. I've tried to pick some niche games that maybe you haven't heard about this time as well. If you haven't watched the first video, you can click the link that should appear in the video or in the description down below. To start off with, we have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which released today for the PS4, Xbox One and PC. Biohazard is quite a different game to the previous games in the series, being first person as opposed to third person for starters. Critically, this game is being well received and looks to be refreshing the series well. If you play this on PS4 and own a VR headset, you can also play this game entirely in VR if you have the stomach for it.
Marguerite! For him!
Get the hell out of here!
You're a son of a bitch! Oh, I can't believe it! You son of a bitch! He's not eating it! He's not eating it!
This was supposed to be a very special feast. Come on, boy.
Next is Yakuza 0, a prequel releasing on the PS4 and a great starting place if you're new to the series. Taking place during the late 1980s in Japan, Yakuza 0 is an open world adventure game. The Yakuza games have a lot of depth and playability, as well as a plethora of minigames to sink your time into. Tales of Berseria is very much a JRPG, a long-running series that with each game contains its own story, world and characters. Tales of Berseria is out now in the US and arrives in the EU very shortly on the 27th on PS4 and PC. The main character of this release is Velvet, who is transformed into a demon who meets a range of characters who will join your party through the game. This is the darkest Tales game to date and a game that will certainly satisfy that JRPG itch.
To do what must be done. And now that very blade stands ready before all of us today. I offer my body and my life in service to the people of this great land.
Digimon World Next Order is another JRPG. If you were born in the early to mid 90s, you'll probably remember the first Digimon World on PS1, and Next Order brings back the series better than ever. Originally a Vita game in Japan and ported over to the PS4 for the West, you play as two high school students who in your typical Digimon fashion try to save the world. For Honor releases on the PS4, Xbox One and PC on February the 14th. For Honor is a fairly unique online action hack and slash game. I was skeptical whether they could pull off an online multiplayer hand-to-hand combat game, however, those who have had time with the game have had only positive things to say. You play as one of three historical warriors of your choosing, a medieval knight, a samurai or a Viking. The game also features a campaign as well as a multiplayer mode.
These ferocious clans have set aside their axes for their feeble family.
They're cowards. We must be brave for them.
We cannot hope to trigger war everywhere.
We can, if we recruit our enemies to the cause.
Releasing sometime in May is Rime. Originally meant to be a PS4 exclusive and now coming to the PS4, Xbox One, Switch and PC, is an adventure platformer that bears a striking resemblance to Zelda the Wind Waker aesthetically and looks great for it. Rime is created by indie developer Tequila Works and follows a boy who's trying to escape an island and curse where you'll solve various puzzles. The next big Mario game, Mario Odyssey, releases on the Nintendo's new console, the Switch, in the winter of this year. Odyssey looks fantastic and looks to take you to a range of different worlds that have completely different looks from one another, even one based in the real world. This is the Switch's biggest game apart from Zelda, and no doubt Nintendo will be putting down all their cards for this one. Another big exclusive for the Switch, also releasing sometime in the winter, is Xenoblade 2. I was quite surprised when they announced this, as there were no rumours or signs pointing to another sequel after X so quickly. Hopefully this game follows more closely to the fantastic original Xenoblade Chronicles, which fans loved, and not so much X, which had the fan base split a little and personally I struggled to get into. One of the big games from Microsoft this year is Sea of Thieves for the Xbox One and PC by developer Rare. Sea of Thieves is described as a shared world in which you and your friends can live the life of a pirate. We haven't seen a great deal so far, however I believe we'll see a lot more at E3 this year. Rare have been a bit touch and go in terms of quality over recent years, but I'm really hoping this one does well. Last we have Days Gone, a PS4 exclusive that we saw at the PS4 Pro reveal. You take in the role of former biker Deacon, who is a drifter and bounty hunter in a world plagued by zombies. The game features a ridiculous amount of zombies on screen at one time and looks like it could be a well received series for the developer Bend Studio. We'll likely see a lot more footage at E3 this year.
Stop anything. And the feds ran out of body bags.
Rope.
And some of us sort of lost our minds.
I think it's dead.
Some lost more than that. Much more.